No. Come on, where is it?
Dave, it's your Idaho Central app here. Any chance you're missing a debit card? Let's get that taken care of for you. With ICCU's card control, you can turn any card off with the tap of your finger.
You got it.
And back on again. Ow, 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 ow. The closest Idaho Central Credit Union branch is in your pocket.
Ooh, the gym. My old stomping grounds. Hank Patterson, fly fishing guide.
Riley Smith, tight end.
Yeah, I appreciate that. Hey, you wouldn't happen to be the kicker?
No, tight end.
Again, thank you. I'm looking for a kicker for Lithia Ford's fall kickoff sale. But you're not the kicker.
No.
Yeah. Nah, the kicker's probably taller and in a lot better shape. So, okay. What position do you play?
Tight end.
Squats. Yeah. Try it sometime.
RowPaint.com, the official paint and coatings company of Boise State Athletics, is going all in this season with an all-star lineup. First up, he led the Broncos to 3 conference championships and 10 20-win seasons. It's Coach Leon Rice. Next, he's the founder and CEO of RowPaint.com. He played a little basketball in high school on the driveway with his mom. It's Andy Rowe.
Oh, no. Want to just paint my house?
Now that I can do. When I want Boise State to win, I trust Coach Rice to lead the Broncos to victory.
And when I want the best painting and garage floor coating, I trust RowPaint.com to get that job done right.
Welcome to the Lithia Ford of Boise pregame show from Bronco Nation News as we get you set for the latest news, insight, and analysis as game time approaches. The BNN pregame show is presented by Lithia Ford of Boise. Check out LithiaFordBoise.com to view the full inventory of vehicles or check them out at 8853 West Fairview in Boise. Today's broadcast is coming from the Cutwater Spirits Canned Cocktail Studios. Check out one of their more than 30 flavors of pre-mixed premium cocktails at your local gas station or grocery store. Now, let's head out and join BJ Rains for the Lithia Ford of Boise pregame show from Bronco Nation News.
Well, there's my first and only, hopefully, mistake of the night. I think I played the pregame show intro instead of the postgame show. Apologize for that, but we are here courtside at the Arena-Auditorium in Laramie, Wyoming. Boise State wins this one 92-72. My name is BJ Rains. Welcome on in to the Lithia Ford of Boise postgame show. Again, we're in the Cutwater Studios, more than 35 flavors of pre-mixed premium cocktails. Pick one up at your local gas station or grocery store. And, of course, our title sponsor is RowPaint.com. All your painting needs, check them out, ROEPaint.com. We want to hear from you guys. We want your comments, your thoughts, and we can go as late as you guys want tonight. We're going to have Leon Rice. We're going to have Roddy Anderson, and then we'll see on our second player. But it's going to be a fun couple of days, the next couple of days for Boise State after they are able to get the win, and now they're going to stay in Laramie tonight and then head down tomorrow to Colorado Springs, and you win by 20 points on the road. That's going to be a nice evening and a nice couple of days for this team. I mean, they were up by 28 with 10 minutes to go. You would have liked to have seen the lead go a little bigger or keep it there, but still nothing to be sad about, winning by 20 points on the road in this building. Just up and down the lineup. I mean, the final shooting numbers were 50% exactly. First time in a couple of years that Boise State has had 3 straight games with at least 50% shooting from the field. Again, hopefully you guys can hear me okay. Let me know if there's any issues. But, again, big win for Boise State. Let's see the final numbers here. 22 for Tyson, 19 for Omar, You had 16 points for Max Rice, 12 for Roddy Anderson, 10 for Jace Whiting. How about the bench again? I mean, I don't know what happened in the last couple of weeks. We went from there being no bench at all and them not even scoring and barely even playing to now contributing in a big way tonight. I thought Jace Whiting, RJ Keene, Cam Martin, all the guys that came in, Andrew Meadow, I thought it was just super impressive. You had Keene get 16 minutes, 15 for Whiting, 14 for Cam, 11 for Andrew Meadow. So super impressive what the bench was able to do again tonight. So, I said 50%. I was looking at the wrong team there. That's Wyoming. Boise State finished 54% from the field, 34 of 63, 54% was the final shooting numbers for Boise State. Again, 15 assists tonight, 92 points on the road at the Arena-Auditorium here in Laramie. And again, it's I get it. You're supposed to win. It's a road win, but this was a really sneaky, tricky game. And for Boise State to do what they did tonight, just super impressive. I mean, Colorado State came here and lost. Nevada came here and lost. For Boise State to come here and win by 20 on the road, just super, super impressive for Boise State tonight. So, again, we want to hear your comments, your thoughts. We'll get to those here in a minute. We got Coach Rice getting ready to go on the radio, and then he'll be coming over to join us as well. But he's going to be in a good mood tonight. This is going to be a fun post-game show and fun evening, I'm sure, for this team to celebrate the win. 20-point win on the road. And, again, Boise State now tied for first place with Utah State with 4 games to go, 10-4, tops in the conference. So Boise State would be the number 2 seed if the conference tournament started today due to losing that tiebreaker to Utah State. But now you are 100% even. And, this is a nice road win. A lot to be excited about if you're a Boise State fan tonight. And there's 165 of you watching right now, and that number is growing. So hopefully you guys are enjoying a few cutwaters and enjoying and having a fun time after this one. Boise State, I thought just the start was super impressive. Got up early, and then it was 32-30, and I think they ended the first half on like a 19-6 run. And I thought that was big. I thought the bench was big. I'm making some notes for some questions here to ask, but I thought that they got out, right from the start. And I just thought it was 40 minutes tonight. I thought even there's about 4 minutes to go in the game, and I thought there was a situation where there was multiple offensive rebounds. They kick it out, and then there was a 3-pointer that was hit. And I just thought that the relentless attitude for this team the entire game was just super, super impressive. And again, Boise State hits 10 3-pointers, and that's 3 straight games where the offense has just been incredible, really, when you think about it. So I believe Roddy Anderson is going to come join us here momentarily. We will we'll get him here in just a second. But super impressive game tonight for Boise State. Every category, 48 points in the paint. Second chance points was 19-3. Fast break points, 14 points off turnovers. It's really hard to find. Really hard to find any negatives from this stat sheet here. But again, Boise State now gets their 19th win of the season. They are 19-8. And you saw what happened earlier earlier today. You saw Air Force go and beat New Mexico. I think that this was by no means a gimme game for Boise State. They're only favored in Vegas by like 6 points, and for them to do what they did, just super, super impressive for Boise State. And I just thought that it was from start to finish. And I thought it was super impressive. We're going to get Roddy Anderson coming over here shortly. He's going to put the headset on and join us. And we'll take off his headset here. We'll switch the camera here. Again, Boise State wins this one. The final score tonight, 92-72. Roddy Anderson, nice enough to join us on the postgame show. I hope you can hear me all right. Roddy, congratulations, man.
Appreciate it.
Heck of a game, man. Get the mic a little closer to your mouth there if you don't mind. We'll make it work here. Man, you guys came out early. You took control, and it was 32-30, and the crowd's getting into it a little bit, and then you ended the half, I think, on a 19-6 run to go up 15. How big was it there to end the first half there and get a little bit of separation?
It was huge. This team thrives on making runs and thriving off of mistakes, and I had a few costly turnovers, but I know I appreciate my teammates having my back, and we made that run early in the first half, and we'd never looked back.
Second half there, man, you kind of took over. You had a couple big, you had the 3-point play, you had another bucket, and then you had obviously the steal and the huge dunk. How much fun was that for you in the second half?
It was so much fun, just being able to play freely, being more aggressive, but with that comes a little more turnovers, which I'm fine with because I know I could limit those later in the season. Next game, that won't happen. So it's all good.
What's just for you, man? It's kind of been an up and down season, but these last several games, you're obviously starting to feel more comfortable. We're seeing the potential as to why Boise State brought you here, and I think you're still just scratching the surface. Would you agree in terms of what you can do here?
Oh, for sure. I feel like I haven't even reached anything near my potential. I still got a lot of work to put in, and I'm going to be a great player.
What has it been like? Just you guys are tied for first place now, and you've won 3 in a row. And I know you came here obviously to win a championship and to be down the stretch big games like this. What's it been like to be a part of it here?
It's been so much fun. Finally being able to win. I've never been a part of a team that's been winning, so it's been fun. Just embracing the moment, trusting God, following His path. I know that He has a plan for me. And just letting things happen instead of forcing them. First time playing in Laramie here. What'd you make of kind of the whole big buildup with the altitude and the beet juice and all that kind of stuff? We prepped good. We prepped really well. Coach Tyler, our strength coach, has us prepared really well on the flight, in the hotels, pregame, after the game. But, yeah, the altitude got to me a little bit. I was struggling to breathe a little bit. But, I just pushed through it, and it's all good. What just this team now, like I said, tied for first place with 4 games to go. Just what kind of mission is this team on to at least share a championship here? That's the goal. Got to win it. Got to take care of our business at home. Got to take care of business at Air Force. But we're confident and we like the position that we're in. We know a lot of people were saying the season's over after the Utah State loss, but we trusted ourselves. We trusted the program, and we know what we could do. The bench tonight, man, once again, I know you guys leaned on them a little more because of the altitude and stuff, but that's 3 games in a row where those guys have really come in and played well for you. Yeah, especially Jace Whiting and Keen. Jace with the MJ flu game. He's really sick right now, but he pushed through it. He's a dog. That's my ride or die, so I'm just happy he could do it. What else makes you happy or excited about walking out of here with the way you guys played? Just my mama here. My mama came to see me. How about that? She got to see me play, so I'm happy. It's gonna be a good night. And you get to hang around. You guys decided to stay in town. And you're gonna head down tomorrow. I mean, what's it like these next couple of days? Just a lot of rest and get ready. And what'd you make of? I think you guys were even watching it on the bus on the way over here. You guys saw the New Mexico Air Force game. Did that do anything to kind of focus you guys? Like, hey, look, a team with 1 league win, Air Force, can come up and beat a team like them. Did that do anything to focus you for today? Or I know it'll sure help on Tuesday. Yeah, for sure. We talked about it a little bit. Just there's no days off in this league. Anybody can beat anybody. So we came in trying to step on their throat. If we get a lead, we're not trying to lose it, not trying to give them any life. So that's what we did tonight. Well, congratulations, man. Heck of a game. The dunk was nice. And I knew you had a little something for the crowd too, man. You just love that part of your game, don't you? I have to. I can't play without it. That's how I got to play. Appreciate it, man. Congratulations, man. Sir. There he is, Roddy Anderson. Hey, let's take a quick 90-second timeout, and then Leon Rice is going to join us. Don't go anywhere. Leon Rice in 90 seconds here on Bronco Nation News. All Bronco Nation News broadcasts come from the Cutwater Spirits Canned Cocktail Studios. Check out one of their more than 30 flavors of premix premium cocktails at your local gas station or grocery store. Cutwater Spirits, perfect for your next game day tailgate party. Our title sponsor is rowpaint.com. For all your commercial, industrial, residential painting needs, check out rowpaint.com. Don't forget about their concrete coatings. Transform that ugly concrete slab on your back patio in your garage in just 1 day. Contact rowpaint.com for a free estimate today. The official paint and coatings company of Boise State Athletics and our title sponsor at Bronco Nation News is rowpaint.com. Idaho Central Credit Union's been helping members achieve financial success for more than 80 years. There's an ICCU branch on almost every corner, but the closest is in your pocket with free eBranch mobile and online banking. See why more than 500,000 members love ICCU and join 1 in 4 Idahoans by making the switch today at ICCU.com. Since 1984, Ridley's Family Markets has prided itself on being a hometown food and drug store that employed value members of the local community. Ridley's Family Markets has 13 locations in the state of Idaho and many more in the surrounding states. Download the new Ridley's app to your smartphone. Get savings up to 40% off at the checkout line and find a location near you at shopridleys.com. Former Bronco Matt Bauscher is once again the #1 ranked realtor in the Treasure Valley. No home is too big or too small for Matt and his team. Let them fulfill all your real estate needs at BauscherRealEstate.com. Leon Rice going to sit down and join us in just a second. He's finishing up saying hello to somebody. Just got off the radio there with Bob and Abe. Again, 92-72. Boise State wins this one. And I guess they said on the TV broadcast, the 900th Division I victory for Boise State. So, I guess we're going to get Tyson. We'll go from Tyson and swap it up. That works for me.
And we'll switch the camera here. I may have to lift it up a little, though. We can make it work. You can squat down a little bit. Tyson, 20-point win on the road, man. Congratulations.
Thank you. Appreciate it.
Now your coach wants to come over here. You want to? We can. What do you want to?
I don't know. We can make this work. Huh? I can do it.
We'll be quick. We'll go quick. Just your thoughts on the win.
We had a really, really great mindset this week. We realized that this is a hard place to play with altitude, with the environment, not many people being here. So we had really great prep and great travel day yesterday, and just got it done tonight.
How big? You're up 32-30, and you end the half on that run there to go up 15 at the break. I think it was 19-6. How big was that?
That really changed the game for us. Going from a 2-point game to a 15-point game at half, it makes a huge difference in going into the locker room.
And then it was a 40-minute game, man. I mean, there was about 4 minutes left, and you guys were battling for offensive rebounds here and kicked it out. And I forget if it was you or who hit the three with about 4 minutes left, but it was off like 2 or 3 offensive rebounds. And I just thought that you guys really played 40 minutes tonight.
Yeah, we really did. That was our mentality. You know, every minute matters for the Ken Palm and the net ratings and all that stuff. So very, very good win for us.
I mean, I think you might have even been watching it on the bus, but I know you guys were aware of what happened. Did that do anything with seeing Air Force go there and win that? Did that do anything for tonight's game to focus you guys that extra little bit? Like, hey, anybody can beat anybody?
Yeah, there's definitely some of that. You just can't underestimate any team in this league, because Air Force's 2 wins against 2 of the top 7 teams in this league, and the way they can play with anyone. So I think it was a really good wake up call for us. Even for this game, and then moving forward to Tuesday as well. Another big game from the bench, and you guys obviously at elevation leaned on them a little more than usual, and they stepped up again. Keen and all those guys just stepped up. Jace, I mean, I think it was 13. What was the final points? Bench was 16 tonight again. How big was the bench? Oh, it's huge. When you're playing at elevation, you need to do some subs and get them in, and they played great minutes. So credit to them. And now you get a couple days, and you're going to kind of, guys, is it just a lot of rest the next few days, or what? We'll travel to Colorado Springs tomorrow, and then we'll stretch and we'll shoot around. And then Monday's practice, we'll get prepped for Air Force and shoot around on Tuesday, and we'll try to get something done on Tuesday. Appreciate it, man. Thanks a lot, Tyson Degenhart. We appreciate we appreciate him for joining us. Coach Rice is going to come sit down in this chair right now as well. 92-72, the final score. Coach Leon Rice, kind enough to join us here. Coach, congratulations. I mean, if I'd have told you 20-point road win a couple hours ago, you'd have taken it and right to the bank. I mean, start to finish, 40 solid minutes tonight.
It really was. And, Linder messes with the game and throws some stuff at you. And, over the years, we did that to some people, and it messes with them. Yeah. That's why when we did that with Creighton, not to that extreme where we played triangle and 2, but we backed off their point guard and messed with them and ended up winning that game. So I was really proud of the way the guys approached it and didn't let it get in their heads, didn't overanalyze it. Yeah. You got to just play out of it. And we gave them some concepts to play out of it, but we didn't want to overthink it and, where they're just frozen and you're trying to micromanage it. They just moved the ball good. We set some good screen. I thought RJ Keene did a nice job in that little stretch. He set a great screen for Max and got him a 3. And, the game was still in check or it was still a contest at that time. So, also the approach, I mean, look, when you beat a team 43 to 19 on the glass. 17 offensive rebounds. Yeah, and when your bigs were in a little foul trouble early in the game too. Right. So I was protecting that just a bit. And but when rebounding is cumulative, when you're a good rebounding team, teams prepare for it, and they're going to block you out at the start of the game. And if you stop going, well, then it works. But you just keep going. Pretty soon the dam can break, and it seemed like it looked like that at the end of that game. And how about the efficiency, though? I think we went 1 for 9 at the end of the game. Yeah. But we were like 70%. Most of the game. And that's about as efficient you can get, especially on the road. And I know in a 20-point game, this may not seem like a big thing, but you guys were only up 32-30. I mean, they had hit some shots. They were coming back. It was 32-30, and you ended the half on a 19-6 run to get some separation, up 15 at the half, and I thought that was big. It is, because they go in, if it's a 2 or 5 point game at halftime, they're going to make a run at you, and they're home, and the crowd gets go, all those things. And, we took them out of the game by the amount of, we got the lead. I don't know what was the biggest lead. 28 with 10 minutes to go. Yeah. So really proud of our approach and the way, this was a tough trip, as you know. I mean, everyone that from outside thinks, oh well, they should beat those teams are the bottom teams.
Yeah.
But like I said before, we played it. They beat Nevada here, and they beat Colorado State.
Yeah,
here.
I mean the metrics had this as a single-digit game, like 8-point game or something. Yeah,
right. And when it's that close of a game at home, the home team's got a big advantage, and so we just made it so it wasn't. So that was good, and we didn't come here to win one, but the next one's going to be just as hard or harder, and they're a team that with Air Force, I mean, they went to UNLV, won by 32, and then they went into the pit today and won.
Yeah.
So they are a team. I mean, they are protecting our country for a reason. They have high character kids that they keep working, and if you don't show up and play a good game against them, they'll beat you. They've proven that, and Coach Joe Scott's a great coach, and now they got moxie and mojo, and they know they.
Oh, you win at the pit. You could win. You feel like you can win a home game against Boise State.
No doubt.
Yeah,
no doubt. So we're gonna have to play an A game to compete.
Tyson mentioned that you guys, were watching, even aware of that game at the end of the game. I don't know if you said anything but he said that helped at least him, and he thinks some of the guys focused for this game. Like, hey, you saw what happened. Like, anybody can beat anybody in this league, and that maybe helped coming out tonight.
It did. And these guys are basketball junkies. They know the forest for the trees, as I always say. They're watching games, and because I like them doing that. We're dialed into what we're doing today. We know what the task is, but the more familiar they get with these teams and what's going on in our league, it makes our prep a little easier.
Your bench again, and we knew going into the game you were going to rely on them, but I thought they really played well. You mentioned Keene. I know Jace is under the weather, hit a couple big shots, and Cam was battling, and all those guys. And I mean, to go that, I'm missing somebody too. Who else was the ninth guy? Keene, Whiting, Martin, and Meadow hit a big three there and did some things too. But 16 points again. I mean, there were games. You had games where your bench didn't score, and games where your bench barely played. I mean, these last couple of weeks, how has it flipped like this? Where now you have 9 guys you put in there, you feel really confident can help you.
Again, because I got high character guys, and they kept working. They weren't far off. I knew they weren't far off. I mean, and so it was just tightening things down. And plus, it's just figuring, I got to figure stuff out. I got to figure out what combinations are best together and what makes this player good and who I can put him. So there's a lot of moving parts to this. And when you're a coach, you go with the known. And it takes a while for some of those younger guys to prove what the known is. Max and Tyson and Buzo, I know what they are, who they're going to be. And, Omar settled into that. And when you think back earlier, I mean, we had a game, I believe, where we had 4 guys score.
The first at San Jose, you had 4 guys score.
4 guys score.
Yep.
And, I didn't want to say it out loud, but that's not sustainable. I mean,
he scored 78 points or something.
No, but teams can game plan for that. And, And, Linder's thing was, okay, we're going to try to make a point guard score. We had 22 points from the point position tonight.
Yeah.
Okay. So that's huge. And, this strategy maybe a month ago might have been effective. And so it's a credit to these guys for, they're just getting better and they're evolving and they're spending time watching film. And I don't know if I've had a team that's made this kind of what I feel is a big jump in February.
Like in 10 days. I mean, you think about those 2 road games and then that bye you had. And 2 more quick ones, I'll get you out here. But you mentioned the offense. These last 3 games, and I know you're playing teams that statistically maybe aren't at the top of the standings, but you're still beating them by triple what you're supposed to. And the efficiency numbers, you were 1.4, I think, in the first half again, points per possession. I mean, what this offense is really clicking right now.
It is, because, again, like I said, our point guard, when we watched that film of the last game against San Jose, Roddy played his smartest game. And that's huge, because he's, if they're not going to guard him, he's going to be open all day. He could shoot 20 shots. Well, that's not the answer. He did it the right way tonight. Now, he got a little sloppy on a couple of turnovers at the end, but I thought he helped us. And then Jace came in and did his thing, because Jace can really shoot. I was mad at him. He turned down one of those early. And, I'll never get mad at him if he shoots threes. He's the guy that, so different guys, there's always
2 of 3 again tonight.
Yeah, but there's always different rules and different guys, have to play to their strengths, and we need different things from different guys. And so I think that's the big jump is they're starting to figure out what they can really bring to help the team.
And final thing, I mean, you're four games to go. You're right there now, tied in first place, and you get a couple days here to get ready, as you said, for Air Force. Just your thoughts with 4 games to go. I think you'd have taken this spot right now if I'd have told just a couple months ago.
Especially when you get to see these teams up close and personal, you're like, holy cow, there's a lot of great teams, and the national respect we're getting. I mean, how many ranked teams have there been and it cycled through a bunch of other teams?
Yeah,
except for us. I don't know. So it's
always been like that.
It has, but that's fine. I don't care. Our job's the same, and we gotta be there in the end, and that's what matters. And we gotta fight to get better still, because we can, and we will. So, but just these guys are enjoying each other. They're enjoying being coached. We're having a good time with it, and there's a lot of teams that can't say that in February.
Well, enjoy this one tonight too, Coach.
No
Appreciate you. Thanks a lot, Leon Rice, for joining us. Again, 20-point win tonight, 92-72. Boise State able to get the win tonight. You see someone saying UNLV's up 3 on CSU with 26 seconds to go. But looks like it's going to be a very celebratory evening for Boise State. A lot of the players' families came. You heard Rodney Anderson. His mom is here. Looks like RJ Keene's mom came as well. Some other players' families. So nice night for Boise State. If the KenPom numbers have updated yet, somebody can let me know on that. I want to get to some of your comments and stuff as well, but I do have a couple of great sponsors that make this show free of charge for you to watch that I want to tell you about real quick. Lithia Ford of Boise is one of them. And LithiaFordBoise.com, you can view their full inventory of vehicles online, and that's what the Rains family did. We found 2 or 3 we liked, did all the research ahead of time, went in, test drove them, picked out the one we wanted, and we're so happy with our F-150 from Lithia Ford of Boise. So, again, it's so easy, and they got 5 NIL deals. They're supporting Boise State. They're a big supporter of BNN. So next time you're looking for a vehicle, look no further than Lithia Ford of Boise. How about Taco Bell? Perfect time. Late dinner here. Go get your 4th meal. Taco Bell, they donate hundreds of thousands of dollars to Boise State student athletes, the men's and women's basketball endowed scholarship fund, SON Management, the Nicolason family. They're doing a ton for Boise State, and they're also hiring. So if you're looking for a job, TacoBellWorks.com. They are hiring, and they would love to add you to their team. Free meals, and you get half your wages the very next day after your shift. Check them out, TacoBellWorks.com. The blueandorange.store.com as well for all your Boise State gear. They still got some of that football championship gear. They got some other great NIL deals on the shirts, sweatshirts for Tyson, for Ashton Genty, all kinds of players, and all the new hats and sideline apparel and the retro stuff. I mean, check it out, the blueandorange.store.com. Again, free shipping, any order over $40. And if you're online, the blueandorangestore.com, or if you're in the area there, just go to the Boise Town Square Mall, the 2nd floor next to Pro Image. And if you're looking for a job, how about transcompservice.com? They're getting in, you want to get in the trucking industry? It's a booming industry right now. And again, they help you with all the paperwork, all those kind of things, so you can get out there towing that first load in no time. Check them out, Transportation Compliance Service, transcompservice.com. And again, a big supporter of Bronco Nation News, Jeff Meinert and company, and we appreciate them for their support. And if you want to get in the trucking industry, check them out at transcompservice.com. Back here courtside, we want to give a shout out to Nick and the sports information department at Wyoming. They went out of their way to give us an extra table here and to give us an Ethernet cord and to help us be on the air here on the postgame show. So super appreciative. I forgot to ask Leon about this. See, we were short on time, but the 900th win as a Division I program, up to 41 in KenPom, I believe, according to Jared. So I think they were 45 before the game, so now they're 41. Does that sound about right? I think that's about right. We'll see what UNLV is up, it looks like, with the time there and what that's going to do to the standings. I believe if Colorado State gets another loss, they'll drop to 8-7 in league play, and it's looking more and more likely Colorado State is going to have a tough time getting a bye in the first round of the tournament. It could be Boise State, Colorado State in the 2-7 game. That's very possible at this point. How would you feel about that, Boise State fans, if you got to play Colorado State in the first round game on Thursday? there's so many possibilities for teams and what it's going to look like when you get to the standings and all that, but there's going to be some really good teams, and it looks like Colorado State might be one of them that has to play in that Wednesday play-in game if they're going to lose tonight and drop to 8-7 in league play. And I hate to even bring this up, but you're just kicking yourself a little bit. If Boise State had won that game against Utah State, the home game where they missed the free throw and then couldn't get the stop. If Boise State wins that, they're in sole possession of first place by a game. They're probably in the top 25, and they are absolutely rolling. But you're still tied for first. And again, you're the 2 seed right now based on the tiebreakers. But you know what? New Mexico has to go to Utah State. Maybe they find a way to beat them there at the end. Who knows what's going to happen? So looks like some players on Wyoming, or at least one, are going to stay out here and do some more shooting behind us. But again, look at the final numbers. And again, you heard Leon Rice talk about the rebounding margin. How about 43-19 on the glass, 19 rebounds for Wyoming. Boise State had 17 offensive rebounds, and Wyoming only had 15 defensive rebounds. Okay, do you know what that means? That means when Boise State shot it, they got the ball back more on rebounds than Wyoming did, and that's not supposed to happen. So that is absolutely crazy to have more offensive rebounds than the other team has defensive rebounds. You very rarely see that. So just a huge effort on the glass for Boise State. Boise State did have 14 turnovers. Roddy Anderson, admitted that a couple of them were a little sloppy on his end, but overall that did lead to 19 points for Wyoming. But overall, to score 92 points on the road, just super impressive. Boise State again shoots 54% for the game. They were 66.7% in the first half, 44.4% in the second half. And you heard Leon Rice say it. They put in the bench guys there and kind of finished the game like 1 for 9 or something. So it was certainly the numbers even look a little worse than what they were for 38 minutes of the game there. But again, Omar Stanley, 19 points and 7 rebounds, 8 of 14 from the field in 28 minutes. You had Tyson Degenhart. He had 22 points and 3 rebounds. He was 8 of 10 from the field, 16 points for Max Rice, 12 points for Roddy Anderson, 10 points for Jace Whiting. As I said, Boise State getting 16 points off its bench. Andrew Meadow had 6. Jace Whiting had 10 while dealing with the flu. So a huge game from him. And Chibuzo Abo only took 7 shots, and he didn't even take a shot in the first half. They didn't need him to do anything. So kind of a quiet 7 and 6 for him, but they didn't really need him to do anything. He was in a little bit of foul trouble, and so many other guys were stepping up. And again, for me, the big part of the game that where it changed was Boise State was up 32-30 with about I would say 5-6 minutes before halftime, and Boise State finished the first half on a 19-6 run to go up 51-36. I believe it was at the break. I thought finishing the first half was super impressive there and super important for Boise State because they were shooting so well and yet couldn't get a lead and big lead, and then to stretch it out there to 15 right before the half, I thought was huge. So UNLV gets the win, it sounds like. So that is a final. And how about UNLV now in 5th place? They're ahead of New Mexico and Colorado State. And again, I know you guys don't want to hear this, but if it does come down to any kind of tiebreaker, UNLV would have that edge by being 1-0 against Boise State. So we'll see. All these tiebreakers are going to come into play. You might end up having 4 or 5 teams with 5 losses tied for first place. There's a lot of basketball left to be played in these next couple of weeks. Boise State, again, will stay in Laramie tonight. They will head tomorrow and drive down about 3 hours to Colorado Springs. And then practice, I believe, on Monday and get ready for the game on Tuesday night. That's a 7:00 game, so we'll be live at 6 p.m. With the pregame show. We'll be live Monday morning at 9 a.m. We'll be live with Mike Prater back in Boise, but we're also scheduled to have either a player or a coach come down to the lobby and join me live from the hotel in Colorado Springs. So we'll have a live guest Monday on the road with the Broncos at 9 a.m. Monday morning. So don't miss out on that. I'm going to go write a full story, try to find a place that's still open to get some dinner. And I appreciate you guys for checking us out. We're not ending it quite yet, but this may be a little bit shorter show. We'll take some of your comments here. And I do want to remind folks, if you're watching us but are new with us, we want to join you at the pool party. Rains at BroncoNationNews.com. Join us at the pool party. RSVP to me, and you get free entry to the pool party. It's like a $40 entry, but we're comping that for you with KTIK, the ticket, and Bronco Nation News. You just have to email me, Rains at BroncoNationNews.com. Everybody has to be 21 to get in. That's the rules of Circa and Stadium Swim. But semifinal Friday, we'll be out there all day hanging out, food, drinks, all the games will be on. Gonna have a private pool just to ourselves with Bronco Nation News ahead of the 6 p.m. start of the semifinals. And if Boise State is the number 2 seed, they would play in that first game, I believe. Let's see, 2, 3. They would play, the first game of the evening session on Thursday, but they would be in the second game because one plays 4 or 5 at 6, and then they wouldn't play till 8:30, I believe it is in Vegas. The second game is the 2 versus 3 if they end up being the number 2 seed. But right now, you're tied for first, still 4 games to go. A lot can happen. All you need is Utah State to lose a game, and as you guys have seen, I mean, literally everybody's losing to everybody at this point. So if you're a Boise State fan, I know the next couple of games don't look like it's possible, but hey, you never know. Anybody can beat anybody on any given night in this conference. You're seeing that, and it's obviously, certainly. Hey, my kids are still watching the show. Appreciate it, Rains boys. Appreciate you guys for checking in. This is Naismith. His brother is sleeping. So, all right. Appreciate you, Nace. Thanks for watching, and miss you already. And see you. We'll see you on Wednesday morning. Sam's asking about my plans. Yes, I am driving myself in my rental car tomorrow down to Colorado Springs as well, and we'll give you coverage on Monday, as I said, on the morning show. I'll have an article or two, going to go to practice, and then we'll be staying there for Tuesday's morning show and then the game on Tuesday night. So yes, thanks to your subscriptions, this is possible. So again, we'd love to have you. $50 BNN 50 deal. You see it down there at the bottom of the screen. Yeah, this is not a cheap trip, but we are staying on the road to give you guys coverage here of Boise State's win over Wyoming, and then the game on Tuesday against Air Force. So let's check out some more. I don't know who that is that's shooting. I don't know if that's a red-shirt player. I have no idea who that is, so I apologize that I just don't know the answer to that. Let's see what else we got here. Folks were liking Tyson Degenhardt's hat. I'm checking through some of the comments here. So were the announcers not very good? I did hear something about Whitting. My wife texted me on that one. What'd you guys make of the announcers? Whitting, Dagenhart, I'm wondering what else they were saying. To get their local guys, it's the Mountain West Network feed. They're local guys that live in Laramie, so it is what it is. I mean, I wouldn't put too much stock into that. They're doing the best they can. Jordan talking about the 43 rebounds. Yeah, 43 to 19. And again, that's with Wyoming still shooting 50% from the field. So Wyoming shot 50%, and you still got a 43-19 edge on the glass. That's a great game, except the turnovers. Yeah, Todd, I get that. Sam says played some great ball tonight. Went incredible thing of beauty. Went in as an 8.5-point favorite, won by 20. Should help the net and Ken Palm. Yeah, that would have been nice to win that game by 25 or 30 when you're up 28 with 10 minutes left, but to still win by 20, the numbers should go up a little bit. Broncos says, what a wonderful beatdown. So glad for the win. By the way, I was trying to, I may still do it. I may go back and find a couple of the New Mexico fans that were talking about who they wanted. They said, I'd love to see Boise State lose today, but maybe we'd rather have Colorado State, lose. And they should have been worried about their own team losing. So haven't heard much chirping from the New Mexico fans lately after they got on me for the power rankings a while back. And lo and behold, sometimes I know what I'm talking about. They hadn't played a real tough schedule away from home. I still think they're a quality team, but I'm just not quite sure they're in that upper echelon of the conference right now. So when I had them 4th or 5th and their fans were upset, I think that's maybe it was a little generous. They're 7th right now or something like that. So we'll see how it plays out. I still think they're a dangerous team that you might not want to play. But they've certainly been struggling to lose some of the home games they've lost. They're going to be a hungry team when they come into Boise next week. I'll tell you that. Sucks that Boise isn't their next game. Liberals will be in desperation mode. Yeah, they get the week off. They're on the bye now, so they're off until they come to Boise next Saturday. That is correct. Let's see. Thanks for the shirt. Nice to have an actual color in the arena. Yeah, I kind of like this shirt. I'm down about 17 pounds or so, thanks to our friends at Lean Feast and trying to lose a few more pounds for the pool party, and was able to pull this shirt out of the closet again. So James likes the shirt as well. Appreciate that. Let's see. I would rather take that UNLV loss than the Air Force loss. Yeah. Oh, yeah. If you're comparing losses, you're Boise State, you would much rather lose to UNLV by 4 than lose to Air Force at home, like New Mexico just did. So Total number of free throws, Chris is wondering. Boise State was Wyoming was 18 of 20. Let's see here. Sorry, Boise State was 14 of 18 from the foul line, 14 of 18 for Boise State, and Wyoming was 18 of 28. So 92-72 the final. Wyoming shot 28 free throws, made 18. Boise State shot 18 free throws and made 14. But what I was saying about New Mexico is they are they got some tough games left, and they're starting to maybe fall to the wrong side of the bubble here. So you're going to get a desperate team coming into Extra Mile Arena next week for sure. Liked that Meadow was aggressive when he touched it from three, catch and shoot, wasn't hesitant. That's how he usually is. I mean, he's an aggressive guy. He's not afraid to let it fly. He was 2 of 4 from three in his 11 minutes and had 6 points. But I thought that he's continuing to show that he's worthy of playing. And the whole bench is, as Sky says, developing trust in the bench has made all the difference this year. Versus playing 6 guys the last 2 seasons, going to pay off in March. Good job, Leon. The other side of it is what took so long. And it was, there were games where he just didn't trust guys and wasn't playing them. And I wrote about it and folks kept asking him about it. And then the bench just started playing more and started producing. And I really don't know what clicked, what changed, but they really started to play the bench more these last couple of weeks. And it really has paid off. Roddy balling out of control. Yeah, Roddy had a great game. He had a really impressive game tonight. Again, he was 5 of 8 from the field. He had that huge dunk off the steal, 12 points. Did have 5 turnovers, though. And in the first half, a couple of them were just sloppy, trying to be too speedy. And he talked about it if you came in late on the postgame show when he joined us, that he still has room to grow and get better. But I think you're just scratching the surface and kind of seeing what the potential that Boise State had when they got Roddy Anderson. We're seeing glimpses of how the type of player that he can be. And you continue to give him time in this system and experience, and you give him another offseason. I mean, Roddy Anderson has a chance to be a star point guard here, and that could be just a huge difference for Boise State when you think about the potential next year of potentially having Tyson Degenhart back, Chibuzo Abo back, Omar Stanley back, Roddy Anderson back. I mean, 4 starters back next year. With guys like Meadow and Keene and Whiting all potentially coming back. I mean, to lose Max is certainly going to be tough. And he had a couple other huge shots, I thought, in this game, a couple big threes. That's going to be a big loss. Cam Martin's going to be a loss. But for the most part, you bring back so much of this roster that it's hard not to be excited if you're a Boise State fan about the potential here moving forward. Utah State's got a pretty easy schedule. I'll try to check that out here while we're talking. But I think it's Fresno, Air Force, San Jose, and then their last game, they host New Mexico. So that's kind of their only tough game left, I believe, but it's at home against New Mexico. Boise State is up to number 41 at Ken Palm, so they went up a couple of spots from that game, but they were 51 going into the Fresno State game, and now they're up to 41, 10-spot jump in Ken Palm the last 3 games. And so, again, you win by 24 over Fresno. You win by 32 over San Jose, and now 20 over Wyoming. 3 straight 20-plus point wins, just blasting teams. And again, the detractors will say, well, that's what you're supposed to do. No, you're supposed to win by 8 this game, and you won by 20. Just super impressive. Let's see. The announcer was saying Chabuzo Agba, I guess. So, yeah, it sounds like they had some issues. What's your feeling on the guys coming back on Deggy's show? He didn't say much. Yeah, I mean, what was he supposed to say? I kind of put him in a tough spot there. I was a little surprised he didn't, but he did say that was the plan. I mean, with NIL and all this, I'm sure they're wanting to try to play it to get as much money as they can and all that. But I would suspect Tyson's back next year. I think Tyson and I think Agbo probably put their names in. Maybe Stanley too, kind of put their names into and test the waters and go do that whole thing. But I would suspect at this point that they're probably all coming back. And yes, somebody asked, does Buzo have a COVID year? Yes, he does. Chibuzo Abo still has a COVID year for Boise State. And then, as Hunter says, you bring in Pearson Carmichael, Julian Bowie, Lockett, Ugbo. Yeah, my goodness. I mean, this roster could be loaded next year. Is UNLV going to jump to quad 2? I don't know quite yet, because I think they were actually favored or close. They'll go up a few spots in the net ranking. I don't know if they're going to be able to jump 15 spots or whatever they need to do to get all the way back up, that high in the rankings. But it's certainly not looking like, whether it's technically quad 2 or quad 3, I don't think it's being seen as a quote bad loss by any means when they're as high as they are. I mean, it's crazy that they're going to be in the 90s in the net or 80s in the net, and yet they're where they are in the standings right now. Let's see if this updates with Colorado State's loss. Colorado State, they still have them at 8-6. They dropped to 8-7. UNLV now 9-5, tied with Nevada and San Diego State. I don't know how that tiebreaker plays out But Boise State, again, 19-8 overall, won 3 in a row, tied for the longest winning streak in the conference, and at 10-4, tied with Utah State. And don't forget, I mean, Boise State certainly has a tough schedule, has to go finish the season at San Diego State. But if they finish as co-champions, they finish tied. Yes, Utah State would get the number 1 seed, but they would be co-champions, and Boise State would be Mountain West champions if they finish tied with Utah State, even though Utah State swept them. That happened. That's happened before, where they've had co-champions and stuff like that, and still been co-champions. I agree. Agbo will play overseas. Again, at his size and what he can do shooting the ball, and I think he's going to impress some folks, and I would fully expect he's probably going to declare for the draft, but I still think there's a decent chance he could come back. We'll have to see on that, but again, Boise State 92-72, a solid win tonight. They win by 20, third straight 20-point win. And again, super appreciative of all you guys for checking us out. We're at 45 minutes, so we're going to go ahead and call this. It's still got a story to write and some stuff to do. So appreciate you guys for joining us. And again, this was a scary game for me. It was a trap game. It was a game that really was scary for me with how well Wyoming plays at home. But for Boise State to do what they did, 92-72, just super impressive. This team is rolling. Enjoy it. Go grab another Cutwater. Go get some Taco Bell. And have a great rest of your Saturday evening. Go subscribe if you can. BNN 50 deals. That promo code $50 is all it costs, and it's we'd love to have you. BNN 50 deal, $50 one-time fee, or you can pay $6.99 a month. And you're helping support our travel costs, the exclusive coverage. Again, other than Bob and Abe on the radio side for KBOI, KTIK, Bronco Nation News, the only local media outlet that made the trip down here. Again, I say this every time, but I'm not bragging, boasting. I'm just telling you your money is making this kind of coverage possible to be watching a free show right now on YouTube. So subscribe if you can. Like the broadcast down here. Turn on your notifications so you know when we go live with our broadcast. And again, our next live broadcast will be from Colorado Springs on Monday morning at 9 a.m. And we'll have a player or coach join us live. We'll have Mike Prater as well. And we'll have 36 hours to kind of think about this one, put it in perspective, and turn the page towards an Air Force team that has got to be feeling pretty good coming into this one. I mean, they just won at the pit. So I think Air Force is going to come in with nothing to lose and play and have, I think it's going to be another sneaky tough game for Boise State come Tuesday night. So again, Boise State by 20, super impressive. Appreciate all you guys for your comments, for watching. Tell your friends, and we would love if you could subscribe if you can. And appreciate you guys. This guy is going Reggie Miller, 1995. Yeah, I'm not sure if he's missed or not. He's on fire, man. He's letting it fly here and having pretty good success. So, yeah, that'll do it, though. Appreciate you guys. Going to go get working on the story. You can read that a little bit later. And, again, support BNN if you enjoy this. Yeah, this is a free show you're watching thanks to all your subscriptions and all your support. And if there's people always say, how can I help? Support the advertisers and put it on social media, tag the business owners, tag the companies, tag me so I can retweet it. When you go get to Blue and Orange Store, when you go to Taco Bell, when you drink a Cutwater, help support, show the sponsors their advertising is working. And a little tweet from drinking a Cutwater can go a long way. And yeah, that's exactly what it is, Chad. I don't even know if there is any nightlife in Laramie, but actually I'm on about 3 hours of sleep. I had for whatever reason, a rough night sleeping last night. So I'm going to try to get the story done and then hopefully get a solid night of sleep tonight. But appreciate you guys. Big one for Boise State. You got to be excited about this. You got to be feeling good. 20-point win. And if they beat Air Force, man, that could be fun against New Mexico on Saturday. Should be a sellout crowd. Place should be rocking, 6 o'clock. It has a chance to be a really fun finish here, and then all culminates with what should be an unbelievable couple of days in Las Vegas as well. So go tell your friends, subscribe, support the sponsors, and read my story here in about an hour when I get it posted. So again, final score 92-72 from the Arena-Auditorium. This has been the Lithia Florida Boise postgame show, a presentation of rowpaint.com. We're in the Cutwater Studios. And again, my name is BJ Rains, and truly appreciate all your support. Continue to support the sponsors. Check out the site. Go subscribe. And we will talk to you from Colorado Springs on Monday. I'm sure I'll talk with some of you guys on social media, Twitter and stuff here in the next day or two. And again, make sure to check out BroncoNationNews.com for my post-game story and recap that'll be posted in about an hour or so. So appreciate you guys. Have a great rest of your weekend, and we'll talk to you Monday morning at 9 a.m. on Bronco Nation News Live here at BroncoNationNews.com.